Hi, hello, and welcome to another session on data communications and networks. In today's session, we'll see the error correcting codes. So let's get started. So the techniques which we have discussed so far, they can detect the errors but not correct them. So error correction has to be done in order to remove the errors. This error correction can be done in two ways. The first one is the backward error correction. The second one is the forward error correction. So in backward error correction, when an error is discovered, the receiver can have the sender to retransmit the entire data unit again. That means the entire data can be retransmitted again when the receiver requests the sender to do it again. Whereas in forward error correction, the receiver can use an error correcting code which automatically corrects the detected errors. So that is the difference between the backward error correction and forward error correction. So we will see the one technique of error correction, which is a single bit error correction. So in single bit error correction, this can be understood by single bit errors. A simple bit error can be detected by the addition of a parity bit. So we have already seen in the error detecting, suppose this is the original data bit, along with this a parity bit, which is the redundant bit, can be added. So by adding this parity bit, we can detect the errors. The same method also can be applied to correct the errors also. So for error correction, we need to know the exact position of the error. Suppose there is error in the last bit or the other bit or so on. So the position of the error has to be known so that it can be corrected. So first we need to calculate the number of redundant bits which are required for D data bits. So there is a relationship between the number of redundant bits and the number of data bits. So if the number of redundant bits is equal to R and the number of data bits is equal to D, then the total number of bits is equal to D plus R. So the relationship between the redundant bits and the data bits is given by this equation. 2 raised to R should be greater than or equal to D plus R plus 1. So we'll see an example. Example, if D is equal to 7. So this is the relation. 2 raised to R should be greater than or equal to 7 plus R plus 1. So if you take R is equal to 2, so this equation will not be satisfied because we have 2 square is not greater than 7 plus 2 plus 1. So this is equal to 10. So 4 is not greater than or equal to 10. So we can't take R equal to 2. If you take R is equal to 3, 2 cube, this is 7 plus 3 plus 1, which is equal to 11. So 8 is not greater than 11. So this is also not satisfied. So take the next case. take r is equal to 4. 2 power 4 greater than or equal to 7 plus 4 plus 1. So this is equal to 12. So this side we have 16 is greater than 12. So this condition is satisfied. So the smallest value of r which satisfies this equation, the equation is 2 raised to r should be greater than d plus r plus 1. So in this case, if d is equal to 7, the smallest value of r that satisfies this equation is 4. So this is the relationship we use to calculate the number of redundant bits that are to be added along with the number of data bits. Next, to find which bit is in error. So this is possible by using a Hamming code. So Hamming code can be used to find the exact position of the error in the entire data bit. So here we need to write the bits in this order. So starting from here, write the number of bits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. So out of this is the data bit position, this is also the data bit, this is the data bit. This is the redundant bit position. Again we have 3 data bits followed by a redundant bit. Again this is 1 data bit and these are the 2 data bits. So here in the 8th position and the 4th, the 2nd and the 1st position we have the redundant bits. The remaining are the data bits. So here D is the data bit and R is the redundant bit. So if you see this, you have a pattern, we can see a pattern here. If you see the first bit, that is a redundant bit, that is 2 raised to 0. If you see the second bit, that is also redundant bit, position is 2 raised to 1. If you see the next redundant bit, that is the 4th position, that is 2 square. If you see the 8th bit, that is also redundant bit, its position is at 2 cube. So these are the positions of the redundant bits. They need to be placed in the entire code word at these positions 2 raised to 1, 2, 3 and so on. So this is the Hamming code in which in the entire code the redundant bits are added according to this pattern. Next we'll see the procedure how to correct the errors. The first step is to each group of m information bits. Suppose we have n number of information bits or the data bits. We need to add k number of parity bits or the redundant bits. So we get the code word as m plus k, the number of data bits or the information bits plus the number of parity bits. So this is the first step. After doing this step, we need to find the location of each of the m plus k bits. So after doing the location, we have to assign a decimal value. to all of these m plus k bits. After doing this, we have to insert k parity bits in positions at 2 raised to 0, 2 raised to 1, 2 square, and the final value is 2 raised to k position. So in these positions we need to insert the parity bits. So after inserting the parity bits, the next step is at the receiver the parity bits are recalculated. So the last step, the decimal value of the k parity bits provides the bit position in error. That is, the decimal value of the k parity bits gives the bit position which is in error. So these are the steps we have to follow to find which bit is having the error. We'll see the procedure once again. Out of m number of information bits or the data bits, we need to add k number of parity bits. Then the entire code word becomes m plus k. Then we need to assign some location for each of these m plus k bits by using the decimal values. We have seen in the previous one. If you say this, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So these are the decimal places which are to be assigned to the entire code word. After assigning the decimal value, we need to insert the k parity bits in the position 2 raised to 0, 2 raised to 1, 2 square till 2 power k minus 1. After doing this, the parity bits are recalculated at the receiver. After doing this, the decimal value of the k parity bits gives the bit position which is having an error. So this is the procedure how to find out which bit position is having an error. So this is how we calculate the single bit errors and correct them by using this error correcting code. So in the next session, we'll do one example based on this single bit error correcting codes. That's all in this session. I hope I am clear. Thank you.